La la la, hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
Well, there are many factors that can affect your breast health, and this is a very important segment for women and for men because breast cancer affects both genders. And so here to tell us a bit more about some factors that you can actually manage is Adele Stratton. She's the owner and operator of Phoenix Rising Healing Center. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Well, we're really glad to have you back. You look fabulous.
You
We
do.
were just
Thank
talking
you.
about fashion. We were just commenting on your fashion.
Well, I decided since there was no spring outside, I'd bring it inside.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you
We
very much.
appreciate that, Adele.
Now, last time you were here, we were talking about bras and how certain bras can affect your breast health in terms of the toxins in your body not being able to circulate the lymph fluid. Today, we are talking about toxins in particular.
That's right.
What's the relationship between toxins and breast health?
Well, I think it's most important to recognize that again, going back to the lymphatic system and how it flushes toxins out of the body, that the thymus gland, which is right up here where the sternum is and just above the heart, that it basically is the producer. Well, it's actually the bone marrow that produces it, but when you're young, it sends these T cells and B cells, which are T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes, up to the thymus, and then it, being a major part of the lymphatic system, sends those cells out into the body so that the lymphatic system can do its job and fight infection.
Right, and obviously there are some things that we ingest, either
That's
by
right.
eating or just in the environment. And I wanted to get to this environment
Right.
that we spoke to you about in the green room, because I think a lot of people don't realize just regular household items can have toxins that affect breast health as well.
That's right, that's right. And we could start right with the cleaners that you use, everyday cleaners.
Yeah.
And if you're not aware of the cleaners that you're using, even though they really do a smashing job for you, the eco cleaners are the best because they don't have the scent. You're not breathing in or inhaling chemicals at all times.
Right.
The other thing that you can be concerned about too is that when you're renovating your home, you know, it's good to educate yourself on what kind of carpet you're putting in your home,
Right.
The glues that you're using on your counters, the backsplashes or anything like that. Those products all have something that could be gassing off. And so
Right.
you're basically living with this inhalant the whole time. Another thing is furniture. When you buy new furniture, it's really good to know, you know, I mean, in the store, of course, it's so big, you can't smell anything, but bring it home and there is a definite odor that comes off of it. So
Yeah.
it's always good to do your homework, do your footwork, and find out what kind of fabrics, what kind of chemicals that you're going to bring into your home that you will be breathing probably for at least 2 years.
And when those chemicals come into your body, where are they being stored?
Well, they basically come in through the respiratory system, and then, you know, they spread, they go into the lungs.
Right.
The lungs go into the blood. Then the blood says, you know, oh, there's something wrong here. There's an antigen in the system, and then that's when the B lymphocytes come from the thymus and say, there is a foreign object in the body here. You
Right.
got to go out and fight that.
Right.
And that's when the body will start to give off signals, you know, maybe a stuffy nose, maybe the runny eyes, or even just symptoms of not feeling well, headaches, flu-like symptoms, and then you know that something's not right in the body.
One thing you suggest is actually doing a twice-a-year cleanse.
Yes.
And a cleanse can be very beneficial for not only the lymph nodes and so forth, but many parts of your body.
Definitely,
right?
definitely. I always recommend that a person do a cleanse twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. Best times to do when the body is just regulating to the temperatures. And one of the ones that I really like to recommend is what we call wild rose.
Okay.
And it's because it addresses every part of the body. It addresses the colon, the liver, the kidneys, the blood, and the lymphatic system. So it takes in all the systems at once.
Right.
And then does a nice gentle cleanse. Now, you may, in the first few days, have a little bit of a headache.
Right.
So be prepared.
Right.
But other than that, after the first few days, you start to feel refreshed. You start to feel your energy coming back. And then
Right.
by the end of the 12 days, you feel like a new person.
What about regular nutrition? What should you be avoiding completely?
I say anything white.
Okay,
White
so
flour,
rice,
White
white
rice,
sugar,
okay.
white rice.
Okay.
Anything that's white has basically been blanched and taken all the nutrients out of it. So stay away from anything white.
Well, some really good tips, Adele. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining us today and for, again,
Thank you for
helping
having
us
me.
learn a
Pleasure.
little bit more about how to keep ourselves healthy. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks, Adele.